We're starting our unit on geometry. So there's 2 units that are going to focus on geometry because these are the topics that you missed in pre-algebra. So we're getting you caught up to make sure you're ready to go in the upper school. The first topic that we're going to talk about is angles. So in geometry, you have to label a certain type of way. So make sure you are consistent with your formatting. Otherwise, I take off -1 point, -1 point. So first, you have to know the parts of an angle. There is a lot of vocab, lots of vocab in this. So an angle is formed by 2 rays with a common endpoint. Remember what a ray is. It's like a sun ray. You have a point, and then a line extends infinitely in the other direction. The common endpoint is called the vertex. The rays are called the sides of the angle. Okay, so when we name the angles, the symbol for an angle is this. It looks like a less than sign, except the angle, this line right here, is parallel to this horizontal line. Okay, angles are typically named using 3 letters. The middle letter must always represent the vertex. And remember, where is the vertex? It's right here. Angles can also be named using just the vertex if it is the only angle named at that vertex. So for instance, if you had another ray that extended, you could not name this angle angle B. It's too many rays. But because there's 2 rays and only 1 angle, now you can name it angle B. Angle measures. When referring to the measure of an angle, we use a lowercase letter m. Okay? And this is talking about the measurement. So, for example, if I wanted to name this angle using a measurement, I'm going to say the measure of angle ABC is equal to 60 degrees. And I don't even need that degree sign because we're talking about measurement. So measurement means numbers. We have 4 different types of angles. We have an acute angle, and an acute angle is less than 90 degrees. So it's going to look something like that. We have a right angle, and it's got this mark. That's the only way to tell on a drawing if you have a right angle. It has to have that little mark. This is called a right angle, and it is equal to 90 degrees. We have an obtuse angle, and that is greater than 90 degrees. And we also have a straight angle, and that is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so this is the 2 angles add up to 180 is supplementary. 2 angles that add up to 90 is a complementary angle, which I'm sure you've heard about that before. Okay, when we name the vertex of the angle over here, I can name the vertex is going to be K. So it's where those rays come together. If I want to name the sides of the angle, look how I'm labeling it. The sides are representative of a ray, so I have to have that symbol above it. So KL is a ray and KJ is a ray. Give 3 ways to name the angle. I can name it angle LKJ. Notice that vertex is in the middle. I can name it angle JKL. Again, that vertex is in the middle. Because there is only 1 angle that I can see there, I can also name it angle K and use the vertex. And we classify that angle. It is obtuse. It is greater than 180 degrees. So when we talk about naming on example 2, name the vertex of the angle. The vertex is R. The sides of the angle are going to be ray S and ray RQ. Notice these are all uppercase letters. That's important, and I didn't talk about it. Uppercase letters are represented by a point. And because there's 2 points, both of these letters have to be uppercase, never lowercase, okay? Give 3 ways to name the angle. I can say angle SRQ. Again, that vertex is in the middle. I can name angle QRS, vertex in the middle, or just angle R. And then I classify this angle. It is a right angle because we have that marking right there, okay? Now, when you are solving for angle measurements, and we've got a little bit of algebra to do, It says the measure of angle A is 12x minus 5. If x equals 9, find the measure of angle A, then classify the angle. So if x is 9, I'm going to plug in 9. And then I have 9 times 12 is 108. And 108 minus 5 is 103 degrees. So the measure of angle A is 103 degrees. And then I can classify that angle. It's greater than 90, so it is obtuse. Okay? Let's jump down to, let's look at number 4. So again, it's the same thing. It's telling me the measurement angle Y, and it's telling me that x is 17. So 4 times 17 plus 22 is going to be 68 plus 22, and that's 90 degrees. So it is a right triangle. Or excuse me, right angle. All right. Now it's telling me that the measure of angle C is 19x minus 3, and the measure of angle D is 8x plus 10. If the sum of the measures is 115, find the measure of each. So sum means addition. So I'm going to add 19x minus 3 plus 8x plus 10, and I'm going to set that all equal to 115. And then we do our algebra where we combine like terms. 27x plus 7 equals 115. Subtract 7 on both sides. 27x equals 108. Divide by 27, and x is going to equal 4. X is going to equal, hang on, I'm using my cheat sheet. 4, yeah, that is right. Okay, now, that is not what the question is asking, though. The question is asking, find the measure of each angle. So, the measure of angle C is going to be, well, if x equals 4, so 80 minus 4, 76 minus 3, so that's 73 degrees. And then the measure of angle D, x is 4. So 32 plus 10 is 42 degrees. Okay? And then you can add them up. Do they equal 115? They do, so I've checked my answer. So that's how you solve that. Let's take a look at number 8 real quick. I love these. You know I love these. Okay. So remember when we do word problems how we divide into 3 sections? And it says the measure of angle R is 3 degrees less than twice the measure of angle S. Which angle is not being talked about? Angle S. So I'm going to say I'm going to let angle S be X. And then it says the measure of angle R is 3 degrees less than twice the measure. So 3 degrees less than twice the measure is 2x minus 3. And it says the sum of the 2 angles is 72. So I add them together. 2x minus 3 plus x equals 72. 3x minus 3 equals 72. Again, this part you don't need me for. You guys are experts at this. Divide by 3, and then x, of course, equals 25. But what is the measure of each angle? You've got to go back. So don't just get lost in, oh, I found what x is. That's what it is. It's not. The measurement of angle S is equal to 25 degrees, and the measurement of angle R is 25 times 2 minus 3, which is 47 degrees. And then is that added up to 72? It is, so it checks out. So that is your lesson on angles. Come see me in tutoring if you need me.